We have a party here to celebrate birthdays and wanted to thank our sponsor, Mark Short, for providing this amazing breakfast and pies. You guys gotta see this on Zoom. This is what you're missing out on. Can you see it? Yeah. Sorry. Oh, right here. See that? If you were here, you'd get a piece of it. So come on down. Alrighty. Excited to announce Mark as a Keller mortgage lender. Very exciting. We have one of our own, so love to invite you to come up and tell us about your business.
All right, thank you, Keller Williams Maui. And on the desks, we have flyers, and also in the chat, there's a flyer. And this flyer is actually for your buyer. I'm a poet and I know it. This is the benefits to the buyer to be approved by a human underwriter, a real approval by a human underwriter before they write offers. And so this gives all the reasons why this is in the buyer's interest to do this. So this is a really great flyer that I love, and I love to be able to offer that service of a human. So you have the loan officer taking the loan application, running the computer automation, and then a human underwriter giving a human approval. Okay, so to me, that's really cool. That's also very important because I happen to have here a sample with all the red writing of all the changes to our new purchase contract. And one of the very important things, and it's always been very important, but we need a loan approval letter. Okay, so that's what this is. And I'm happy to provide that. And yeah, give me a call if I can help. Thanks.
Awesome, Mark. Thank you. Also wanted to let you guys know, for the first 5 that show up in person who don't have it yet, I'm providing this incredible packet that you can use as a buyer presentation. It's plug and play, ready to go. It has an intake form, and it has 111 things that I will do for you, so you can use it when you're having your presentation to get that buyer agreement signed. There's also some plug and play forms that you can give your clients. So thank you for showing up. Those of you that are here in person, I have 5 here for the first 5. So yeah, okay, let's see. Teresa's busy, so we'll just keep moving. Let's see who's online. Hey, how about Ruby? Could you please read our mission statement?
Mission statement: to build career worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacy worth leaving.
Thank you, Ruby. So we have Teresa here as our co-host. Thank you, Teresa. Great smile, I love it. So I just wanted to ask you, how did you get into real estate?
It was Keone's fault. I had moved to Maui. I had a business development company that sold health information technology. I was consulting a lot, and I needed a different type of job as I was integrating into the Maui community. I met Keone, I took his class. Next thing you know, I'm a realtor. He's just, pushing me along. 3 years later, I'm a broker, and here I am.
Awesome. And what would you tell your day one realtor self?
Oh God. So I guess mostly it would be do the work. I mean, we're really good at being busy, but not productive. And that would be the biggest thing early on. It's actually go out and do the work. It's not so scary. You get really good at it. It's a lot of fun. The procrastination is painful.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Okay. And we also, once a month on first Mondays, it's a live opportunity to celebrate your birthday. So happy birthday to those August birthdays, including Teresa. Yay. So we're celebrating you today, and they even brought special pies. So
yeah,
happy birthday pies.
If you're not here, you're kind of missing out. We've got coconut cream pie, we've got banana cream pie, we've got cinnamon rolls, we've got for the healthy ones, fruit and yogurt, but we've got cream puffs, we've got all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah, so happy birthday and happy work anniversary. You can see some of our agents 7 years in the business. That's amazing. And just congratulations to everyone on that accomplishment. When you survive a year, you're doing great. Just keep it up, right? Dean, we had some exciting news. I don't know, can you check and see if Dean's on? Oh, there he is. Great. Dean, if you don't mind, we would like to honor and congratulate you on this huge honor. He is representing all of Hawaii in Northern California as a luxury ambassador. So it's a huge honor from our very own brokerage. Dean, would you like to explain a little bit more what that entails or your vision?
Sure. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm super excited about it. You know, I've always felt like it's a key position for us in Hawaii because, ultimately we tend to get a little disconnected from the mainland. And I know that from my experience in these regional meetings in the past, is that the Northern California region is mostly concerned about what Southern California is doing and really felt a little bit neglected. And I think that ultimately this position gives me an opportunity to make sure that they don't forget about us, to stay top of mind, to be one of the leaders in the in the region will, I think, give us a good place to be in the sense that we can get into the mix of all the great things that are happening in that Northern California region, and we've been a little bit left out in the past, is my opinion. So I think it's a really important position to keep us connected, to provide the luxury training that I'm going to be learning from all the top brokers in the country, and also passing on that information, as well as having Zoom meetings with top luxury agents from around the country. And I think the first one that I'm going to be doing is with Amber Hart, who is in Austin, Texas. She's the #1 individual agent in Texas. So
Wow.
really top producing, high level personal friend of Gary, Gary Keller, the whole thing. And we'll be able to bring some of that to us in Hawaii through this position. So
That's awesome.
thanks for your
Yeah,
support.
absolutely. Congratulations. We are honored to have you with us and representing Hawaii in the region. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, how many of you guys finished your core B? Yes, Amanda? Anybody else? Raise your hand. I did. Coyote? It's available
Pay
now.
for it.
Yes, pay for it. Doesn't take long. So don't forget, it's renewal year with your continuing education. Yeah, so, and you can go into sign into your NAR to see if you got your code of ethics. It'll say completed and through whatever the year is. I just did that last Friday. It's super easy. So just go into NAR.
Too.
It's quick. Yeah. Yeah. So don't forget that.
That one I have.
Oh, there you go. How many done code of ethics? Yes.
Sure.
Yes. All right. Okay. I don't know, Sam or Sue, if you're on, you'd like to speak to Wishing Well. If not, we just are having a friendly competition among the offices, raising supplies for students. So if you look at the next slide, this is what we need, especially the health supplies at the bottom. So yeah, let's participate and help those kids. Mark has an opportunity through Keller Home Loans. I don't know, Mark, if you want to say anything else regarding,
He just left.
okay, awesome.
He had to, I'm sorry, my mom has to go to the doctor and he had to go take
Oh,
her.
yeah, no worries. And we want to let all of you know that, like Red Day, where we close the offices to, support the community, we are going to be closing the offices this Thursday in remembrance of our 1 year, so that everybody can participate. There's a paddle out, I'll be at that. There's a lot of different events, so it can be a time us to remember Alan as well. But wanted to let you know the offices will be closed. You're welcome to use them, of course, but the staff will be here, or the executive partners. Okay, Hawaii Realtors, educational webinars. Do you want to speak on this, Keone? Is this one that we are telling everybody to go to?
Yeah, this is the last one. This is the last one that they're gonna hold. And so go to it. They move pretty fast, but the question and answer at the end of it is probably the best part, because there are a lot of questions that they seem to change their mind on a couple of times, I noticed too. So anyway, we're gonna have more in-depth classes when they finally release. So hopefully we'll do that before that, and then come August 17th, I think the notices are already out, so the notices are for your listing contract, your buyer's rep contract. Those are supposedly the ones. Now, I suggest that you meet with your people in person to get those done, right? If you can. If not, phone call if they're on the mainland, right? Make sure you have them do that. If they don't want to sign it, that's fine, but document that you tried to get them to sign it. Okay, present it to them, that's what I'm saying.
August 12th, the new ones come out, right?
August 17th,
No, 12th, though, they come out. That's what
Why?
I said on there. The new forms will be available August 12th, but they're in effect on August 17th, I believe. So a week from now, we should have the new ones available.
okay, I always heard 17th.
That's when it's enforced,
Yeah, so 17th, start using the new forms.
but the 12th will be available.
I don't know about that. Is that what it says?
So
That could be wrong. Could be right, but could be
it'd be
wrong.
awesome because
It should auto change in the zip forms. So your form should automatically update. Okay?
Awesome.
I'll do that.
Thank you for your leadership on that. I love what you said last week. Or the week before, he said, when you're going over contracts with your clients, it should take an hour. Right? And I think that is a really powerful message. A lot of new agents, you send a DocuSign, you might have a quick conversation, but I think going over and giving yourself that time is so smart. So thank you for that. And Teresa,
Separates a good agent
Yeah.
from a mediocre agent, right? And I know that's a painful thing to say. But if you can't take the time to explain to people what the documents are that they're signing, that may be $500,000 or more. I'm sorry, you're a mediocre agent.
yeah, yeah.
It is your job. So show up at role play, not to beat you guys up. Here's Pauhana, yay, margaritas. We're doing, Angela Ching, she'll be coming in, she's gonna talk about FEMA, she's gonna talk about the 5 things that you need to know to be able to help your clients as they navigate this new landscape of what has transpired since the fires, what you can expect going forward, what types of programs are available to still help them. A lot of fantastic information.
Awesome. And then we have critical conversations.
Okay, so you just heard me talking about these forms, right? Navigating critical conversations is gonna start August 19th. This is a chance for you to have these conversations with your peers and be able to practice them. It'll be a different leader who will be leading them each week, but it will be the same topic. So I believe the first week, it's not on here, but I believe the first week is the buyer's representation agreement. And it's understanding the new form and how they have the conversations all around it. So you might end up, we're not gonna tell you who the thought leader or the business leader is going to be in the class, because we don't want you picking and choosing, you gotta love us all. But they will be available on Monday, Tuesday. And then Thursday, and then Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and this is gonna be going forward, this is from 9 AM to 9:30, we're gonna try it and see how it works and who's showing up where. Half an hour. And then after that, if you want help with your lead gen, that leader who led that conversation will be available to help you tweak things that you're working on as you begin to lead gen.
Awesome. Thank you, Teresa. So another bonus for those of you that are here, don't forget you can come eat now. You don't have to wait till the end, so feel free to come get food. One of the things, we're going to Mega Camp next week. And one of the things that they do at Mega Camp is they're putting 100 agents on stage and learning how they built their business, and they're also different. And then they are also releasing a second playbook that has models, 1-pagers on all the different agent models. So for those of you that came, I have 2 for you. If you take a look at Elio, he in his first year did 30 deals just through Instagram. And so, no worries. So first step is finding that lender partner where you have a pre-approval process online. And I'm sure Mark would love to help all of you with that. And you can look at his model as switching it to a business account, following 20 new people a day, posting daily, and then replying. And you can see one of it is, thanks so much for reaching out. The first step in any home buying adventure is getting pre-approved. Here's a link to my preferred lender's application. and then responding to DM. So it was really cool to hear him on stage. He's this young 20-something that did all of his business through Instagram. And then this is a fun one for me. It's kind of how I did my business. Gina did on the other side. She does 5 client events a year, right? And then she gets all the important dates from her clients, sends personal cards, and then she gives back to the community. So, and then her pro tip is to add your clients as friends on Facebook and kind of look for their updates. So we have books of these, and when you come in person, love to give you that model so you can go out and use what you like, right? All right, next up, next screen. We need one more volunteer next week, or the 21st, for the Holly Cow Cow. There's 5 spots. Thank you, Laura, for sponsoring, and all of our sponsors. Is there anyone in Zoom land or here that would like to volunteer for Holly Cow Cow?
Am I already on it?
I don't know.
I usually go every,
Okay,
I do.
okay, awesome.
Actually,
Thank
I
you.
I'm
think-
already on there.
I'm on it, but that's my last day of class, so.
Okay. Yeah, so we need more help. I think he probably included you. Jonathan did. I'll find out, as I remember he said Amanda usually comes. Anybody else? There's only 5 spots online. It's 21st,
The Wednesday from.
Wednesday, 3:30 to 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, Laura, for volunteering. We definitely need one more person, so let me or Jonathan know if you can do it.
Rai said she can.
All right, yay, thank you. Awesome.
And if you can cook, it helps.
Yeah. there you go, good help. Or the chef in charge will tell you what to do, right?
Yeah.
Chef Gianni.
No, I won't be there.
Oh,
so
April, yeah,
April might have to.
Chef
make that
April,
thing.
yeah. It's, yeah, super fun. Okay, Financial Mastery is the last Friday of the month, August 23rd. We get Danny Hara. If you guys got to hear him speak at the mastermind, you'll know it's worth your time. He presents in a way that the largest generational wealth is being transferred, and he can help you talk to your clients about that. But please come. And let's see, CPR. 28th. Be there. General, you want to say anything on that? It's a great opportunity to increase your skills with, something happening crazy, so. All right, I'm interested.
That's open to everybody too.
It's open to everybody, so if you have a spouse or a kid that you wanna bring, feel free. Yes, help yourself, please. So we had our first open island. I think 3 people signed up, but I know a lot more people did it. I'm interested if anybody has a story from last Friday. Did you get any buyers or? No? Anybody online? So our goal now is to start planning for September, the first Friday of September. We'd love to get your time and address in advance so that we can make a 1-pager with all of the different opens. And then we can get creative, maybe with doing a passport or a prize for people that go to 5 or something. So try to plan it now for first Friday in September, and we'll be able to collect more and make more of an impact.
And if you need open house support that you can't be the one to set it, we've got plenty of agents who are looking to do open house. So just add your open house to the list and let us know.
Awesome. Okay, Keone, standard of practice.
Yay.
Yay, Keone.
We're safe. Okay, so what's the biggest news in real estate today? Interest rates are falling quickly, right? Stock market's tanking. It was down 1,000 points this morning. I don't know where it finished up. Japanese market is also tanking. Everybody's all in a frenzy. Warren Buffett selling off his Apple stock and his.
Really?
What was the other? He sold off a big couple of stocks. So, what does that mean for real estate?
September.
Get your buyers out there.
Get your buyers out there, right? Because in 2 months, they're already pressuring them to lower it 0.5%, right? On this next meeting. They predict maybe another half by the end of the year. At the beginning of the year, we heard this and they were like, no, we're not doing it because the economy was fine. Well, that last report that came out, everybody's kind of like, oh, I mean, it's like, how many times you got to say we're heading towards a recession until they believe that we are heading towards a recession, right? So anyway, For prices, I don't think prices, until they solve this A1, A2 zone thing on Maui specific market, right? I don't think the prices are gonna go crazy high, but they might start buying those condos now, right? Whether it's long-term or if that short-term thing gets sorted out. The word on the street, that short-term rental thing isn't gonna get sorted out to the beginning of the year, after the election anyway, which is November, right? Of course, right? So everybody can say, yeah, I'm against it, and then I'm for it, and then like, whatever side they're on, so. Stay tuned for that. Don't forget, come the 17th, your MLS is gonna change, right? You're not gonna be able to put your cooperating broker commission on there anymore. You can put it everywhere else though, right? You can put it on your website, you can create flyers with it on it. Only place it can't go is in the MLS. Whatever that does for the buyers, I don't know, but that's what the part of the settlement was. Can you pull up the MLS on this by any chance, the screen? My hair, it's not funny. Thanks a lot, everybody, that we told you.
That looked great today.
Something from Ram.
You want me to log into, what do you?
Yeah, just log in to the first screen. I know, the suspense, right? Everybody, the suspense.
Let me write this down here.
This is gonna be worth the information, worth the wait, let me tell you.
I don't know if that's for my password too.
It's the same passwords, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the same. Okay, so right here, right? You see that notifications at the top?
I gotta share the screen. Your screen's sharing.
Was it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, just pull it up and then I can kind of talk about it for some reason.
New computer.
Everybody that showed up today is gonna see this. All you online will figure it out. Okay, in the middle on your home screen, right, where you have your picture, you see that thing that says notifications? When you log on to your MLS, check that out first before you go into the actual MLS. They have all these notes, right? Some of you that were trying to get your caravans into the MLS, it said right there that the MLS is down. Okay. Genius. Okay, perfect. Let's see what it looks like on that.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, hold it right there. Okay, so this right here.
Right here?
You can see it in the, yeah. So that, you're gonna have a bunch, last week, I remember when I logged on, they had like 3 different messages on there about different stuff. Okay, so if you're having trouble with something, go there first, because that might tell you that the system was down, right? The caravan system was down, so you had to call it in to get your caravan, property on caravan. Anyway, that's the tip of the week for that. And here, okay,
Are we back to you?
thank you.
Well, I had one, if you have a current listing agreement set up, starting the 17th, you have to read through something there.
Yes, or do the notice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, so anything that's
Can you-
fire trucks or any listings are out there prior to the 17th. Are fine until the past the 17th, use a notice for those. Anything for the 17th moving forward, use the new forms. And it'll only be the forms that show up anyway. On your zip forms.
And it's under, like you go to buyers and then buyers notice, like it's under B for the buyers. I think under L.
Okay.
Can you repeat the question, please?
The question was, do you use the notice on listings
Sign.
signed prior to the 17th? And you could do them, I suppose, when they come out, right? They're out now, the notices, so you could have that discussion now. But by the 17th, those should be signed. The notices, right, in the zip forms.
Or you can do a new one.
Make sure if you have some saved zip forms, that you update them, right? Some of you cheat and use old forms and change stuff within that. Don't do that. You gotta create a new form. Make sure the dates on the top jive, right? Should say, what is it, 7/24 on it, last updated. Because people will kick back, if you send an offer in, they're gonna kick it back because there's too many changes. Counter is gonna be 5 pages long, right? 34 changes in the purchase contract that gotta be changed, so they're not gonna wanna do that. They're gonna kick your contract, so make sure you update it.
In the chat, Kathy has a comment in the chat.
Oh,
According to the MLS policy change, the offer of compensation will no longer be in MLS on August 12th.
okay. Oh, cause our board is, the boards can set up when they're gonna take it out, so we're taking it out early, I guess. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's all.
Thank you for the updates. So I'm not sure if it's for you, but there's this book that's bestseller that can impact your relationships and your business. I wanted to highlight one per meeting. There's 12. And so the magic word of the day is, I'm not sure if it's for you, but and I wanted to see if we can start practicing using these because there's research behind these words. And the whole deal is that you're saying there's no pressure here. And people often hesitate with sales because they don't want to come across like having pressure. And so this is one way to avoid that. And they also wonder what it is. So it spikes the curiosity. So I'm interested how you guys could use this in real estate. Can you think of I'm not sure it's for you, but statement? I'll give you an example. Let's Marcus first.
I'm not sure if it's for you, but you might want to lock in those rates today because the interest rates have gone down quite a bit.
Oh, I love that. He said, I'm not sure if it's for you, but you might want to lock in those interest rates today because they've gone down. That's awesome. Here's another one. I'm not sure if it's for you, but we're hosting an open house this weekend. And I thought you might benefit from stopping by. Anybody else? I'm not sure. You can use this in dating too. Yeah, go ahead.
So if sometimes they say they're not ready to buy, not ready to, they're just looking around. So I'm not sure if it's for you, but if you would like to get market updates, then I could send it to your email.
Ooh, that's great. I'm not sure if it's for you, but if you get like market updates, I can send them via email. That's great. Anybody else? Here's one. You can apply it to your relationships too, right? I'm not sure if it's for you, but we have an extra ticket for the concert. I would love for you to join us. And then another one similar to what Mark said, I'm not sure if it's for you, but there's a cheaper rate you can access if you had a slightly larger down payment. So it's rejection-free approach. So try it, see if it works. I'm gonna try it on my people and try to start integrating it into my life one at a time. Okay, I'm interested in the chat. What is the median sales price as of June? Anybody in the room?
For single family home?
1,350,000. Yes. Keone had it. We have these special mugs and we're not going to turn them upside down. But they are a special golden pineapple award. And so Keone, you win the golden pineapple award for the day. We gave one to each member of our board at the last meeting. And so just remember, you are appreciated and valued, and thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All righty, any listings or buyer needs you guys would like to have? Marcus, come on up.
I'm not sure if it's for you, but got a listing at EL Parkside, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 463, really reasonably priced. I think it's one of the best locations in the whole complex because there's actually a little loading, unloading diagonal line spot right in front of it on the street. Like I helped them move in and help them move out and stuff. It's really convenient. They allow pets, great location. Bring your buyers, let me know.
Awesome. Dean, are you ready?
It's on AI.
Did you want to say something, Dean?
No, but I will.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I'm actually going to be hosting a webinar with a partner of mine. As many of you know, I co-founded a co-ownership company. I'm getting a lot of questions about it lately, especially as there's so much pressure on vacation renting and whether it's going to change or not. But co-ownership is an interesting option because it's a sharing arrangement, right? And so it's an alternative to vacation renting. And co-ownership, if you think about it, if you got two people to share a property versus just one, it makes it more affordable. You know, the expenses are going through the roof nowadays. So, you know, sharing is becoming a very popular concept around the country. We have limitations on Maui because we have use ordinances, you know, on how much, you know, how many people can share a property and that kind of stuff. But it's a really interesting concept that I'm very excited about and getting a lot of traction on the mainland with it. And we're sort of, you know, pretty gung-ho on Maui right now, just because of all the changes that are going on, and the idea that you could share a property versus owning it and sucking it up and not being able to rent it, you know, is a really interesting option. And it's a very simple concept of sharing, and it's a really cool program that we put together. And it's, as I say, on the mainland, it's becoming extremely popular. We're getting listings like literally every day. We have 5 listings on Maui, and we're looking at a couple more coming on. And we have a $50 million property on Oahu. We have properties in Rhode Island. We have 10 listings in the Hill Country in Texas. So this sharing arrangement is becoming very popular. It's not fractional, right? It's a sharing arrangement. And what we do typically is we put together a partnership of people. Let's just say, you know, Texas, we do 4 people maximum. It's between 2 and 4 people to share in the ownership and expenses of a property. And when we put the partnership together to buy a property, we set the exit sale date so that you know going into it that in 5 or 8 years' time or whatever you choose, that LLC that owns the property is going to sell it and you're going to get your money back, right? So you never get stuck with a piece of a property. It's a partnership that you have an exit strategy for. It's a sharing arrangement that you could share use and share the expenses with. And it's becoming very popular as there's so much pressure on vacation renting. And even if we are able to continue to vacation renting, it's becoming so difficult to make money on it because they're taxing the heck out of us. And our expenses like insurance is going up so much. So, you know, it's an opportunity for new solutions. And this is one that I'm a firm believer in is going to be a big part of our future, not only in Maui, but on the mainland as well. And there's a company called Picasso, you know, who's the big guy in this world. They've proven that there is a place for sharing in our world. Picasso went from startup to a $1 billion valuation faster than any other company in US history. We know that there's a sharing arrangement out there that's going to work for us. And on Maui, we've sort of customized it for Maui because we can't have 8 people sharing a property on Maui like we can in some states. So it's a really interesting concept. It's not specific to Keller Williams. It's a sort of a it's a non-brand specific company that's a lead generation company where we partner with you as the agents, sort of like a Zillow or Redfin. And the Zoom meeting is tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. if you want to learn more about us. And I'm happy to meet with any of you anytime, but we are going to have a meeting and try to just go through and break it down and explain to a lot of the realtors have been calling us to figure out how can this work for them, you know, so.
That's awesome. Is there any way you could put the link in the chat and to let everyone know that he still protects your commission? They're just partnering with you. If you have a $6 million listing, instead of, you could list that and also offer $2-3 million. And what I love about what you explained to me, you protect the commission and you build your 1% into the price.
Right. So realtor commission is always protected. We add a fee on if we're actually able to pull off a deal. We're not able to pull off a deal that we're partnered with an agent on. There's no compensation. So it's really sort of a win-win for the realtors, just creating a lot more support and we're creating a lot more exposure for your listings. And for the seller, you know, we set the price at a number that they're comfortable paying us our fee, so that it's really a no lose for the seller and a no lose for the realtors involved. But it does bring into your world a whole new option of co-ownership, which is that maybe you can get 2 people to buy one of your listings rather than one. And the one party purchasing is pretty slow right now. So, you know, it's a great time to be creative, and it's a great time to use this tool to go get listings. We get listings every day with this, right? When we go to a seller and show them how creative we are and what we're thinking outside the box, and that this is a really great win-win concept for them. And while we're looking for a $6 million buyer, we can also run a parallel program to try to find 2 people to pay $3 million each. under a really tightly managed agreement with a set exit sale date. So we only buy and sell in whole ownership. So
And I love how you said you go to luxury owners that own, let's say they bought it at 3 and it's worth 6. They could keep a half interest themselves, sell the other half. especially-
100%. Yeah, that's a big part of it too, is that there's so many people right now that are kind of looking at Maui and going, how's this going to work moving forward? You know, what if there's no vacation renting? Can I continue to own my property? You know, and the answer is yes, you could share it with someone. And you could also, for example, when I talk to people who don't want to sell, I have this script now that I use to say, well, that's fine that you don't want to sell. I understand that you're a second homeowner because your address is on the tax office is a mainland address. Would you be willing to sell 50% interest in your property? And so for a lot of people, I have a guy who has an $8 million house in the mainland. He wants me to find him 3 partners. So he would stay on as the 4th partner that each own 25% of it, that go into an LLC, and the LLC will sell that property in 5 years and he'll get the rest of his money back. The benefit to the guy with the $8 million property right now who can't rent it and is only using it a month a year is that he can get 6 million of his 8 million back today and go and reinvest that. And he still has exactly what he had before, which is 3 months of use. He only used it 1 month a year. And now he's sharing the expenses 4 ways. So you can see that for a lot of people who don't want to sell, this is a really interesting option. I think that really applies to Maui. We've got all those people like, don't want to sell, not sure what's going on, don't know if I can rent, not rent, what I can do. But you know, for me, it's important for these people to know that there is another option out there. And it might be a better option in some ways, because if you think about it, if you're splitting a property with if you're renting your property, you're sharing it. So, you know, no one can come to me and say, oh, I don't think people want to share these properties. Well, they do because they all want to rent them. So that's sharing, right? So we know that they do. And ultimately, there's a lot of people that are concerned right now. And there are people that don't necessarily want to sell, but are being forced to sell because they may not have the ability to be able to cash flow these things like they used to. I just want you all to know there's another option out there. And typically what we would do is if we had a 50% sale, we would pay off any debt, right? That'd be the first thing. The 2 people would go into an LLC with no debt. There'd be a set exit date. But you know, when you take the debt out of the equation, that's a big part of your monthly expenses. So you take all debt out of your expenses and then you split the fees in half, and you'll find that a lot of people can actually afford to hold their properties that way when they get rid of the debt and split the fees in half. So, you know, keep that in mind. We're not in a desperate situation if there's no renting allowed. There are options, and they're actually options that make a lot more sense right now.
I think
Anyway.
some people may have, thank you so much, Dean, have some questions. I had one question in the room, but is there a minimum price point?
Yeah, no minimum price really.
I guess
Most
so.
of our properties are between 1 and 3 million, but we have quite a few that are getting pretty expensive. We've got a 30 million and a 50 million and 8 millions. But I think ultimately we're mostly interested in people that are interested in utilizing the service, and agents that are getting it and understand the benefit to them, right? How they can benefit from it. And we partner with you to be able to do that co-ownership option. So we have all the marketing materials and all the stuff that you can use. But ultimately, it's a really good thing to have in your arsenal when you're sitting in front of a seller and you're trying to explain your value, that you not only can sell the home like the regular way that everyone else is selling, which is not working very well, but you have creative solutions as well, and that you can think outside the box and you can come up with solutions that are actually very interesting for a lot of people, and people are really interested in them, in maybe holding on to their properties and not having to let them go because they can't financially afford it.
Yeah.
And that creates that potentially creates a major decline in our market, right? If there's no option and vacation renting is taken away from us, that potentially has a huge impact on our market. So I think that's important for us to be on the cutting edge of giving these clients of our solutions so that they don't need to sell in distress, or they don't need to sell the Maui home if they don't have to. There are options out there, and there are buyers right now who would prefer to buy 50% interest and have 6 months of use spread throughout the year and not have to take the risk or the exposure of buying a property at these prices right now, which are very high, and the risk of a market changing and prices going down. You mitigate your risk if you're only investing 50%, right? Don't get me started Like
No,
drive
no,
over.
that's not great.
Right.
One more question. Can you speak
Sure.
to how it's used? Like, how do you determine the use and time?
Yeah, so use is let's just say there's 4 people that are going to use this property, and what we do is it's a little bit like a football draft, right? If you're the first person to sign up, you're number 1 priority, and there's 4 people. So if there's 4 people, they each get 3 months. We separate them into 1-month increments. So each owner will get 3 choices of that 1-month period, and it'll go for the first 1 month. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Second month will be 4, 3, 2, 1. Third month will be 1, 2, 3, 4. And then every year that order rotates 1 position. So that everyone ultimately, if everyone wanted Christmas, it would rotate every year. So it's a way to spread it around throughout the year into 1-month increments. And if the co-owners choose to do it differently, we're fine with that. But what we see most interested in 1 month or less blocks spread throughout the year. So you can have one in winter, one in summer, and one in the shoulder month. But the selection order is rotates 1 position every year so that everyone gets first pick.
Awesome. Steve says he has a South Point for you.
Hey, perfect, Steve. Thank you. I'll
Yeah.
take it. I'll take it.
Any other questions for Dean?
When is the meeting gonna be tomorrow?
Oh, the meeting, the question was, when's the meeting? Tomorrow at
It's
9
a
a.m.
Zoom. It's a Zoom meeting.
Uh-huh.
And you know what I'm going to do is I'll post it in the company Facebook.
Great.
Right?
Oh.
Is that the best place to do it? There should be emails
Yeah.
going out yesterday, today. Look out for emails from Kohana Homes. That's the name of our company. And kohanahomes.com is our website, which is actually a really good one. And it explains everything in there. But I'll make sure that one way or another we get the link to everyone in our office today.
Yeah, I appreciate you sharing. I know one agent has almost $6 million listing, and the owner was so impressed that we came up with this option for him. So it's something really added value you guys can offer your luxury agents and other properties too. Awesome, Dean. Thank you. Any other?
I have a listening.
Yeah, come on up. Yeah.
Hello, hi, so I have a new listing, it just went live on Saturday, and I wasn't able to make the first Friday thing, I couldn't get the paperwork in time, but. It's in Wailuku Parkside, so Wailuku Parkside is right in between EL Parkside and Post Office. It's a small little neighborhood, very rarely comes on the market, I'm assuming because people like it there. My seller, she really likes it there, it's just that she wants to move to be with her mother, help her out. So it's a 3-bedroom, 4-bath. 1,279, 69 square feet. It has a sizable backyard and it's gated, so you could have animals, or if you have younger children, you could all be in the backyard playing, it's safe. And there's not a whole lot of through traffic, so nice quiet neighborhood. They've renovated the whole thing from top to bottom in 2018, so it looks really nice. And if you guys wanna set up a showing, come give me a call. Listed at $1,055,000.
Awesome.
Wow.
Thank you. Anybody else? Anybody online? All right, happy Monday, everyone. Oh, wait, there's Dean and Jeannie, sorry. Okay, Jeannie.
I don't have the listing yet, but anyway, hello, happy Monday to everyone. Steve is supposed to be doing floor duty tomorrow, August 6th from 1 to 5 on the west side, and he can't make it. So if anybody is interested, you can, I guess you can get in touch with me, but I know Allie might be able to also help. So I just wanted to put that out there, and I appreciate your time.
Yeah, we do get walk-ins there. And people stop and look at the pictures. It's great. Thank you, Jeannie. Anybody else? All righty, happy Monday. Bye. Hey, thanks for showing up, everybody. See.
All right.